Yeah.
God got a plan for me.
128.
For me.
128.
I know God got a plan for me.
I done prayed.
For me.
But motherfuckers wasn't listening.
God got a plan for me.
No.
I understand.
I just stopped praying. Yeah.
God got a plan for me.
128.
For me.
128.
I know God got a plan for me.
I done prayed.
For me.
But motherfuckers wasn't listening.
God got a plan for me. He's praised. I know he's the greatest. He gave us these powers.
Yeah. Yo, where the bottle at? Right, pass that shit, man.
God got a plan for me.
She got a plan for me.
Yes, he does. I know God.
Yeah.
I know God got a plan.
But let me tell you something.
I done seen a lot of shit. I done sold a lot of drugs. I done lost a lot of crips. All I thought about was getting rich. I bought 100 grams and got a stick. If this is God plan, he done fucked up. I'm from the jungle where you pray if you ain't tough enough. I'll be back to grip, and then I called this bluff. I ain't saying that was tough, I just ain't give a fuck. Dark Knight's big gun, I'm like, give it up. Buddy, he was claiming crip, guess he wasn't crip enough. Not jam, mines didn't, guess he wasn't quick enough. Told me he was playing tough, niggas had to pick him up. I put your shooters in a box, I ain't a boxer, I keep a knocker. I pop a bean and I go bonkers. God's plan made my mama give me up. Sometimes I wonder why my mama ain't give a fuck.
God got a plan for me. For me. I know God got a plan for me.
I don't even like this crip shit no more, man. I ain't love this shit no more. Like, real talk. You first. It ain't no shit no. It ain't no love. It's only that 50 order. No. That's it. I know all my falling, man. Rest in peace to me. I did. Rest in peace my way. Yo. Got my niggas in cages like fucking animals, man. Free my orders.
Red pill, blue pill, so hard to give it up. I'll be in the box until I die before I give you up. God's plan took my people into slaves. My whole housewife, they put me in a cage. I done sniffed so much coke, I can't give it up. I done drank too much lean, I can't give it up. I done fucked all that pussy, I can give it up. I chase money every day, I never give it up.
Yo, free my streets. Free sight bike. You been there a long time, cuz I'm free. Yo, I watch family, freelance, turn on family, and I watch strangers love me more.
6 niggas, 6 minutes. I'm in the shit until the shit finish. Big crip, new whip, you see the rim spinning. My team spinning, my little cousin Big Brimmin'. Yeah, mad that I'm a G and my wrist slitty. Play me next pick, I might have your bitch with me. I was told never snitch, should've followed me. Niggas switch up, pop shit and give apologies. Perky at the perky, thick bitch sit on top of me. Birdie at the birdie on the block, this monopoly. I'll pull his birdie in the desert, niggas flock at me. Honey pack, Henny bitch, trust me, ain't no stopping me. I got dreams of dead people on top of me. Shoot mine, shoot two of yours, that's philosophy. Little nigga, big chain, riding in a stocky V. Box like Apollo, motherfucker, ain't no rocking me.
Shout out to Way to Black, y'all. Shout out to Way to Black. The champ is here, y'all. The champ is here, man. The champ is here, y'all. Indubitably, the champ is definitely here, man. The champ is definitely here, man. The champ is definitely here. Smash that like button on the way. And let me see who we got in the building. We got Dog Soldier in the building. We got Chase Milano in the building. We got FTC Vice in the building. We got my man Quick Vic up in the building. We got Drop Guard in the building. That's like about 8 people. So the 10 people that's in the bushes, come on out and say something. Spread some love, man. I got something to talk about. Y'all see what I got today. Y'all see what I got today. Fuck that. I ain't gonna get into the sucker shit. I gotta give credit when credit is due. Y'all see what I got today, right? Y'all did see the thumbnail. I don't know if everybody saw the thumbnail. I don't know if y'all saw the thumbnail, but the thumbnail is serious. For those of y'all that didn't see the thumbnail, that's the thumbnail, y'all. That's the thumbnail right there, y'all. DMW Shots, I see you in the building. That's the thumbnail right now. Y'all see it. Mob ties right side of Team Guardian. This episode right here is called Get Rid of the Bad Apples Part 2. Get Rid of the Bad Apples Part 2. I'm just getting back in town. I got a little, but you know, certain things need to be talked about because goddamn it, when I see a great live, I got to talk about a great live. I said when I see a great live, I got to talk about a great live. I got to take a little shot at Velo. I got to take a little shot at Velo on my humor side. But I ain't going to front of that live he did today taught me a little something. He was talking today about watching your circle and eradicating all the sucker shit off YouTube. And see, I said this. Remember FTC? Remember Dog Soldier? Remember I said if we eradicate all the suckers out of YouTube, we can win? Cutthroat, I see you in the building. Remember I said this, y'all? But let me tell you something about how God works. When I said it a few months back, me and Velo wasn't eye to eye. What I mean is, I wasn't listening to him. He wasn't listening to me. Just Eric, I see you. I wasn't listening to him, and he was not listening to me. He did a live today that was kind of special, y'all. I got to give it to him. He said he was going to take it down because it was a little computer technical difficulties because of the blizzard, but he did a live today. If y'all caught that one, y'all caught a great live because he said some deep shit that I was talking about. And this ain't about who said it first or who. It's about implementing what he said. I told y'all, why we can't get to the fact where we start following up on content creators, great content. You notice if somebody's arguing with somebody or talking about somebody's mother or talking about somebody's wife or talking about somebody's children, everybody follows. They follow. They like, fuck it. Let's go see what's going to be said more disrespectfully by this person. Well, how come we can't start a new trend? Like I asked before. How about we start a new trend? How about we start catapulting and giving our own opinions, like I said before, off of great content? This is only part 2. I decided to speak up for part 2. To the other content creators, there's part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whichever way you want to put it in a format, there's a place for you to speak up on this great topic. Yeah, Velo done made his mark, y'all. He done jumped in and fought. And he says some other deep shit. That I got to give him his props for. I can't be biased. He said, how come if you're shout me out in your chat, how come you won't come shout me out in my house? I had got phone calls. People was like, yo, Dice, that's really you in Velo chat? Yeah, that's really me in Velo chat. Damn, son, you fuck with him, son? Nah, I fuck with righteousness. And I fuck with Allah and I fuck with God. Either way y'all want to call it. And see, you got to go through a bunch of bumps and bruises on YouTube to really, really catch a revelation within your heart and make you say, hold up, this shit is crazy. See, the difference between a lot of people on YouTube and some of the people that's coming to YouTube, some of us really have did things and made decisions in our lives that have us in so much pain and regret. And then there's so many that haven't did anything and then glorify things that they couldn't even imagine doing, because if they could imagine doing some of the things that I regret, they wouldn't talk about it. Hank McCoy, I see you in the building. Velo said, getting rid of the bad apples. I said, eradicating all the fuck shit. Same thing. Great minds think alike. It was just worded totally differently. Today, I want to get into some deep shit, but first I got to do it like this. Let's get into this and pay attention to this intro. Anything that was on my channel, y'all can go through it right now. Anything that was on my channel of negativity is gone. It's not on private. It's not on members only. It's gone. Because he dropped some jewels today about the algorithm. If I'm saying that right, he dropped some real jewels, because I noticed when I stop talking about certain things or feeding into certain things, I'm getting Colgate commercials, Toys R Us commercials. Shit, I thought Toys R Us was over. I got a Depend commercial. I started getting other things in my algorithm, like spiritual shit, God, real shit. Cutthroat, I appreciate that super chat, baby. Each one teach one. Y'all got to go check them for that clothing line. I got to get into this, man. I got to give Delo his props, man. But I'm going to get back into shit like this, y'all. Let's go.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Velo said some deep shit today. He said he's been getting a lot of texts and stuff like that, pertaining to a lot of people telling him to watch his surroundings and watch the people that surround him. I see certain stuff, but I'm minding my fucking business from now on. Hey, Angie, baby. I see some stuff. I still see some stuff, but I'm minding my motherfucking business from now on. Yeah. I'm minding my business. I'm minding my business. I'm going over my mods list. I will be removing a lot of wrenches. A lot of wrenches. I may not get the support that I got from people that had some wrenches. Still wish them the best. Myself personally, I am going to stay out of any chat. Let me rephrase that. Myself personally, I will not support any negative broadcast. Let me say that better. If you're throwing a broadcast that's talking some gangster shit, upliftment, trying to create a problem or something like that, create a solution to a problem, I'm there. If it's a chat pertaining to going at somebody, disrespecting somebody, or even a rebuttal, I'm not there. I thought about something my man Chase said, because we don't pay attention to it. But I told y'all this a long time ago. I used to tell people, why do y'all have certain trolls in the chat that's just disrespectful? The favorite answer I got from a bunch of people is they're just trolls. So I want to put something on top of what Velo said, because this is part 2 to getting rid of the bad apples. I'm going to do some deep evaluating of Team Guardian. I see some strange things pertaining to activity, meaning things that will be supported by certain people. Certain people are a reflection of Team Guardian, but they are only a chosen few of Team Guardian. I want to let that be known. Let me tell y'all something about YouTube. When it gets to the fact that people that have had great shows together, great conversations, and great memories get to the fact where they're at war, I will gracefully back out. The reason why I will gratefully back out is because I've seen things and I know things and I know why things erupt. See, people look at it like they're erupting because of people going at each other on YouTube. Nah, this is shit about people going through things within themselves. I had to check myself about a bunch of shit too. I'm at the point now in my life where I'm just cool with me. I'm at the point in my life now where I'm 51 years old. I do not have no problems being in no beef, no argument, or no war. Because at my age, war is to be finished. Gauge, beef is for suckers. War is war. Beef is arguing and I'm not with none of that. War is gonna come blow your head off. Or you're gonna come blow mine off. But that ain't me. That's energy. That's a bunch of wicked energy because of pain, things that are said that erupt and put people at defense. If you watch the interview I did with Chase Milano, I told you it's two sides to me. It's Damon, and then there's Big Dice. Damon terrified, Big Dice will kill you. Damon will cry watching The Color Purple. Big Dice won't watch The Color Purple. Damon, his favorite movie is Love and Basketball. Big Dice, his favorite movie is The Crow. Chase asked me a great question. He said it's like a duality, but it's like a scale with me. Damon is loved. Damon is respected. Damon is cherished. Damon is checked on, but Dice is feared. Dice is very dangerous, and Dice can be very, very evil. Very, very evil. But see, like I told y'all, with the monsters, nobody really pays attention that there's a dragon in the basement. People don't pay attention that the grandfather that goes down in that basement and puts together all his experiments and his concoctions coexists with that dragon all the time, because see, the dragon understands that the grandfather is a vampire, and the vampire understands that the dragon is a beast.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to minds. I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
If y'all notice, I said from day one, what everybody's saying now. City Bama, salute. Ming, I see you in the building, salute. I've been saying this from day one. I'm not part of no dirty sector because I'm not dirty. I'm not dirty. But like Chase said, the greatest analogy, y'all, sometimes we get pulled into the motherfucking mud, y'all. Sometimes we get pulled in the mud. There are some great people on YouTube. There's some great people that I respect on YouTube. Then there's some people that I'm disappointed in. See, but I can't continue to hold that against myself. See, this is what I noticed. I'm going to block a lot of people out of my chat. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. It's a lot of y'all that will be blocked out of my chat. And it's a lot of wrenches that will be taken away. And the reason why I say that is I would never interact with certain people that I've interacted with. Sky Swizzy on YouTube. I'm not used to people hating each other, y'all. And Velo said one of the strongest things that I got to follow off of. He said, we have to start getting rid of the people that are always trying to instigate the problems. Not just the podcast creators. This is where we've been fucking up. This is where I'm going to take off. I'm going to let Velo throw me the motherfucking alley-oop. I'm about to bang this on the quote-unquote. We got to get rid of these trolls too, y'all. We have to get rid of these trolls too. We have to start eradicating the trolls also. If you are a troll, if you're known to be a troll, if you are a certain age, this is a display of mental illness. There are some trolls that are trolling because people have trolled them, and then they've turned into trolls. There's some people that troll people because of the answers that they give, because it makes it seem like they're ignorant. Then there's some people that troll because they're just mentally fucked up. When it comes to these trolls, this is the first thing I want to address. They have a lot of trolls that want to come in chats talking about homosexual acts. I think this is the first set of trolls. Excuse me. I think this is the first set of trolls that we get rid of. I got to talk, Ming. I got to talk. Prime example. People have asked me, yo, how the fuck does Ming not be a troll in your chat? I said, I don't know. Yo, Chip Low, I appreciate you, brother. Damn, we got Chip Low in the building, man. Look how God worked, man. And y'all know me in Chip history, but you know what? It's 2 L's up and it's DCEP to the day I die, man. I have thought about some of the things that I have engaged in on YouTube because of foolishness. Because of foolishness. Because of foolishness. Shout out to Chip Low. Shout out to Big Boo. Shout out to the whole Super Tribe. Shout out to my whole 2 L's family for asking me one day, Dice, is you going fucking crazy? Look how God worked. I had to have people that know me ask me, Dice, are you going fucking crazy? Because of YouTube. When it comes to El Compa, y'all, we all miss him. When it comes to people and their opinions of what they think about who should miss him more or who should miss him less or who he can't, we got to stop doing that too. One thing that Compa has that he gave us, he put us all together for a conversation and he got us networking. We're just not networking right. We're not networking right, y'all. God damn it, when Velo talk, he talk now. I wish y'all just leave Velo alone too. Because Big Dice been stamped this. Racist? Hell no. I've said that from day one. Opportunist? Yeah. But he had to lose some good friends and had to go through some vicious wars and had to go through some betrayals on YouTube. Pay attention to this, y'all. Because y'all think I was crazy. He had to go through some wars on YouTube, lose some good friends, and go through some betrayal on YouTube, even in his own camp. When you open your arms up to people, you're subject to get beat up or hugged. Me? I'm not with none of this goofy shit. When I got my mans and them calling me from Utica Avenue going, yo, what up with your man? Like, he good? I'm like, hell yeah, leave that shit alone. When I see people breaking down to the fact where they just disregard their safety for clicks and views, I'm not going to be a part of that. And I damn sure ain't going to push nobody down that's going through something. Because God damn it, I wouldn't want nobody to push me through something, man, when I'm going through something. Sheep State, we see you in the building, yo. Y'all go over there and subscribe to DS1. And y'all make sure y'all get over there. Yo, Chip, you got your wrench? Yo, Sheep, you got your motherfucking wrench? Put that shit out. Make sure them people get over there and subscribe to y'all. See, this is what you call carrying good content. Ain't nobody getting disrespected. I'm checking myself. God damn it, if a motherfucker put my name in the title and people could go over there for the craziness, well, I'm checking myself on this one, so everybody should be in here. I'm not meaning to toot my own horn. Velo said some live shit. He said you got to stick to what you stick to. When I came on YouTube, I came in with some informative humor and told y'all I'm a piece of shit and I fuck up sometimes. But I started talking about things like interracial marriage. I was the first one in our sector talking about aliens. I was the first one saying is YouTube a cult. I was the first one talking about what's the definition of a gangster. I was the first one that really, really had some of the most explicit interviews ever. Shout out to Rack Low. If y'all go check it, I have Rack Low up this motherfucker, y'all. If you go check it, I have my OG Dello, DCEP legend, and my crimey L Boogie. Wicked interview. I had Bad Vibes up here, y'all. I had Thomas Norris up here, y'all. East New York legend. I had my man Dav from the West Coast. Y'all know his clothing line, Legal Guap. Because that's what I wanted to do. And last but not least, I don't know if y'all saw it, I had my man Fast Cash Class and the whole fucking crew from Let's Go up here, y'all. See, I got a series called Conversations with Big Dice. Shout out to Wax AP. Wax AP broke the mold on that one. Conversations with Big Dice. I got some work coming up, and I got some people that's going to come up here and give me some conversations. I don't want to do the interviews. Velo got that light. I don't want to do the interviews. Check what he said now. Velo is doing the interviews, the interviews. Pay attention. That's one description. Shout out to Chase Milano. Get over there and subscribe to him. He got his wrench. He could put up all them things up in here. He's doing the interviews, the interviews of a person. That's two different definitions. And over here, I'm doing conversations with Big Dice. I'm doing conversations with Big Dice. There are ways that we can get into quote unquote what we got to get into without destroying each other. Matter of fact, if you're destroying each other, I'm telling you right now, I don't want no parts of it. Old timer always said, you can argue by yourself? Nope. Can you fight by yourself? Nope. You can only fight yourself and argue yourself. The way that they have set us up, I haven't even caught it until recently. The people that God gave us these platforms know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. The people that have the platforms, do you know what you're doing? They got things going on around you need to pay attention to. And they got things going on in this world that we need to pay attention to. This shit done got us so crazy that some of us, the real vets that been outside and overcame certain stuff, we damn near talking about we going back to jail over YouTube. Not me. Not me. I'm not going to jail over nothing. And before I have somebody on YouTube thinking I hate them or want some harm to tell them, I love them. I love them all. Even though I don't understand some of the things people do and some of the things people say, I still have to love them. Who the fuck am I to say, yo, quote unquote, I'm better than them? I got my own opinion. I've done research. Certain perceptions I perceive totally different than some. Some people have been through some horrible shit, y'all. I've been through some horrible shit, y'all. But the bad apples we got to get rid of. The ones that's sitting up in the chats, disrupting our chats and disrupting people when they come. Let me explain something to you. You know why I stopped going to a lot of chats before? Not recently, before. True shit. Because when I go to support somebody and want to give them the acknowledgement that I'm there to support them, the distraction is people in the chat that see my name and want to speak to me. I just don't understand that. That freaks me out. That's kind of weird, y'all. Now, if we've had some type of interaction, I know you. You was in Team Guardian. We bumped heads on the stage. I don't understand it, but I understand it because people carry their reasons. But for the people that I don't know, it's weird. I even heard the other day, they made a rap song and my name is in it. Ain't that some shit? At first, I was like, God damn, niggas got me in the rap song? And then The other side of me said, Dice, they got you in the rap song. I kind of felt like 1090 Jake and Hassan Campbell for Uncle Murder in the wrap-up. You know why? Because shout out Latin Pain. Out of all the people in YouTube, God damn it, he said Big Dice, Big Dyke, whatever the fuck he wanted to call me. I said, oh shit. And first I was like, what the fuck is the nigga doing? Then niggas is like, yo, so I felt just like 1090 Jake and Hassan Campbell. Because he don't know me, I don't know him. But goddamn it, he got me in the wrap up or the Dirty Sector mixtape, whatever the fuck it is. So go support him with the Dirty Tech. Yo, let me tell you something. Go support him because, and I'm being dead serious right now. I'm being dead serious. I'd rather that man be sitting up in that studio making rhymes about me, Elvis Presley, Sammy Davis Jr. I wouldn't give a fuck, as opposed to him being incarcerated, as opposed to him hurting somebody hurting him. I even think about how he even came over here. Shout out the crazy ass Gary Minor. Keep a cold one. I never forget it. Remember, it was like it was yesterday. FTC, I don't know if he was in. He said, "Your dice. Check this out. I got one person. I want you to talk. I got one. You know how Gary get when he get excited, and he got like 2 or 3 of them cold ones on him. He said, Dice, I want you to, my Latin Pain, I want him to come over here. I said, God damn it, Gary, bring him over. Poor thing, I'm over here doing a motherfucking interview with my man Chase Milano in Cosmology Bay. My man want to pull up. That's one thing I'm going to tell y'all right now. If Latin Pain pulls up to your show and you don't let him on that damn stage, 3 hours later, he got a show on you. Shout out to Latin Pain and the whole Bodiqua set, man. Bodiqua's on the set, man. And shout out to my Brooklyn legend comrade, man. Mikey, man. Shout out to Mikey, man, for real. I ain't hear from Mikey. I hope he all right. I got to call and check on him, man. Think about it, Chase. I made the motherfucking song, so something is interesting about me. If you got people that want to run around YouTube to just try to get something on me that I've already told everybody, I just take it as admiration now. But I don't want, once it gets to the fact where people start getting hurting and arguing, let me tell y'all something. I'm being real right now. I'm being real right now. I'm being so real right now. You know why I humbly back out? I'm going to get back into my content. L Block, I see you in the building. You know I'm going to get back to my content, man. Me and my man was just going through some bullshit. And then Allah took him from us. And I guess that's what turned me into such an evil person on YouTube. When it came to certain people, like when it came to certain people, it turned me evil. But then the people like Team Guardian, and you know who I'm talking to, that stood by me through thick and thin, that's what balanced my heart. DMW Shots, I see you. So to see somebody use certain things that's so hurtful. See, at first I got angry because I was still actually mourning. I'm still mourning, but I was very, very fresh on it. But now I see it crystal clear. Because number one, I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. And to hear people say certain things about they may want something to happen to me, that's something to make me think too, like, God damn, what did I do to you? That would make you say you want something to happen to me? Then I think about what Velo said. It was times when people said certain things that me caught up in the moment, reacted and responded instantaneously without even thinking logically. Reacting spontaneously and instantaneously, not thinking logically. I can't help it, y'all. I'm not from Kansas. I'm from 170 Utica Avenue. Shout out to Artist Morrison. Like he said, Well, they do know you, Dice. And I tell people, when you go in that store, shout out to DMW Shots. He did it. When you go in that store, say code name. This is the code word y'all gotta say. When you walk in the store, say, yo, ham hock, Big Dice sent me. That's gonna get you they're gonna look at you like your family, man. .188 Utica Avenue. Go in there and say, ham hock, Big Dice sent me. Once you say ham hock, they're gonna go. Then be like, Big Dice sent me. Then you're gonna see their face go from to, oh shit, that's the bro. Something happened to somebody, man, that should have killed me, man. See, Dice be the one on some, yo, I don't care about nobody, but Damon do. See, Dice only care about the ones he loves, the ones he feels as though he has to protect. Damon loves everybody. Fat, tall, skinny, short, gay, transgender, whatever the fuck you is, as long as you got a good heart. Dice don't care about none of that shit neither. But where I fucked up is, I told y'all the YouTube thing is therapeutic. So certain things that I don't do, I'm beginning to do. Got to do it. The best thing for me. The best thing for me. The best thing for me. I'm going to sit back and watch because I'm going to pay attention to see if we pay attention to something Velo said. He said, Joe, you're right. When China said, let's do the 30 days, that didn't last 24 hours. But one thing it did do, it planted a seed to make people think about the do's and the don'ts about YouTube. Velo said later on, he going live, I think at 6 o'clock. He said he got a troll-free zone over there because he's going to break down certain implications, certain ways and exercises that you can use in practice to build your YouTube channel. Why we can't pull up and be 100 and 120 people in the building for things like that. But we can be 100 and 200 and 300 and 400 and 500 in the building when you know somebody's about to get disrespected. You know what I noticed about YouTube? I think that's what throws me off too about YouTube. It's a bunch of nosy motherfuckers on YouTube. Curiosity and being nosy is two different things. It's a bunch of nosy people on YouTube. Because people are bored. I already know about the lies and shit. My grandfather told me about that years ago. He said the reason why people pay attention to lies over the truth because truth is a little bit too boring. A lie is hell of a more interesting than the boring truth. But that's letting me see, quote unquote, who I need to stay far away from as far as on this YouTube world. And that's letting me know, quote unquote, who I need to keep out of this chat on this YouTube world. Team Guardian, you know how I feel about y'all. But certain times I will make executive decisions. I think it's time every channel that has a platform starts eliminating trolls. I think, quote unquote, everybody has to start saying, yo, blow these trolls' heads off. I say blow their heads off so bad that they got to come back with new names. Like, you know, everybody go Big Dice and then Big Dice 2.0 and Big Dice 3.0. You got to come back as Big Dice 0.75. But as long as you come back with some respect, that's the one that we're going to let in, because number one, the trolling is what's destroying us as a whole morale. We're supposed to be all adults, and we sitting up in here going at each other, and we don't know each other like that. You don't even know what you're saying to people. Then you don't even know the effect of some of the things that you're saying. See, me, I pay attention and I look. Me, I used to rank since I was in junior high school. And I know how my mouth was when I used to rank back then. So I could imagine how my mouth is now, because I'm articulate and I'm real cocky with it. But I shouldn't be talking to nobody like that. Nobody. Not a man, not a woman. Whether I feel as though in my mind it's a description of a man or a woman, still doesn't give me the right to talk to nobody like that. Sometimes I just wish people would say, he or she shouldn't have said that, but why did they bother him? See, we're not in that type of world. I noticed that in this world, not just on YouTube, the ignition is overlooked. Like with dynamite, like a stick of dynamite, dynamite is not going to blow up until somebody lights it. The ignition is overlooked in the world. The ignition is overlooked on YouTube. I guess, like they say, they want to see who's going to be the bigger person. They want to see who's going to be the bigger person. That's a hell of a motherfucking role to take when somebody puts shit in your face. See, it's like if somebody takes a ball of shit and runs up on you and smears it all over your face, you're just supposed to just say, you know what? I understand that you was going through something. Please just give me a second to go to the river and wash the shit off my face. A lot of us wasn't raised like that. Then people wonder why people go into hermit mode, meaning they don't really interact with too many people. They stay to themselves, male and female. They stay away from the parties. They stay away from the family get-togethers. They stay away from the friendly, the class reunion. They stay away from all that shit because, number one, it's always going to be something disappointing. It's very disappointing to build a rapport with somebody and then they do something that makes you question their loyalty to you. It's very disappointing. I don't know about y'all. If y'all understand that, I'd like to see the dice cubes for the fellas. For the ladies, let me see the hearts. It's very disappointing to build a rapport with somebody and then they do something to make you question their loyalties. Pay attention to what I said. It's very disappointing to build a rapport with someone and then they make you question their loyalty. They say women got to, cry sometimes to see clear. Men, we got to go through aggravation and feel like we suckers because we should have saw it, but we didn't to see clear. It's the same thing. Women release it in tears. Men, we blame ourselves. Sonny, I see you. We blame ourselves. Alan, I see you in the building. Let me show y'all something about this video. Shout out to Jaffe. Because this is what we're doing on YouTube. And if you can't see it from what these people say, shout out to Jaffe and General Deezy. The streets never loved us, but we're on YouTube acting like we're in the streets. So the ones that really were in the streets, that got out the streets, pay attention to this shit. Instead of getting on YouTube acting like we're still in the streets, listen.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me. Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent.
Yo, shout out to Way to Black too. I told him I had something I thought about him. I had my people send him something out. Sonny, I don't know, go to my community board, Sonny. My people's in New York. You know, if y'all in New York, it can't get shipped to you and everything like that. Y'all can't go to the little web. I thought about Way to Black. I put this picture up for him. That's the chinchilla vest they got at the Minx. You know what I'm saying? My family and them, they got some real beautiful coats and all that, y'all, for sale, you know? Men and women, 3/4. You know, 3/4 to full length. Like I told y'all, serious minds only. You know, chinchillas. Monkey fur, all type of wild shit, you know? Serious minds inquiries only, you know? Grown folk shit, you know? We ain't just YouTubers, you know? Beav, I see you. And you know what, y'all? This goes to the women. See, I got a different eye. We got some women in the building. I got a different eye. And I've noticed I have been criticized about the difference that I feel in my heart when it comes to women and the other word. I think my man Dog Soldier said, what you call him, dog, in Jamaica? Sourfoot, yardfoot, whatever. Tell me what's the name you said? I don't want to use the word bitch, but I always say women and bitches aren't the same thing. But people, I've been told recently, now I don't know to the women in the building. Tell me if I'm wrong, Angie. Sonny, tell me if I'm wrong. To the gentlemen, tell me if I'm wrong. Because I'm trying to work on that. Maybe my mother taught me wrong, but my mother told me bitches and women were two different things. Dunbar, salute. But I am being told that even though a woman may not display the whole characteristics and whole totality and package when it comes to a woman, it's still not the right to call them a bitch. So to the women that's in the building, are women and bitches the same thing? Shots, you know what we're doing. Barrage got the coats, baby. Shots, they right there in Brooklyn with you. Whatever you need. Barrage got the coats. Go right to the crib, get tailored up. Angie Baby said it's two different things. Angie Baby said a woman and a bitch is two different things. Thank you, Angie, for saying that. I appreciate that. If y'all pay attention, Angie just said a woman and a bitch is two different things. So a woman and a bum-ass bitch is totally two different things. But I got to work on myself and certain things. I want to show y'all, I want to share something with y'all before I break out. I want to share a story with y'all. Because when it comes to this content, I do all right. Some people say they can't touch me when it comes to the content. I say I do all right. Dog Soldier can touch me when it comes to the content. Hank McCoy can touch me when it comes to content. DMW Shots, make sure y'all get over there and subscribe. Even though he ain't giving it to y'all along the way, just can touch you when it comes to contents. Sheep Stay Sleep, my man DS1 can touch me when it comes to content. Cosmology Bay can touch me when it comes to content. China Brim can touch me when it comes to content. Harlem Legend can touch me when it comes to content. Doquan Bucks, Hops can touch me when it comes to content. Dogfoot, that's it. Dogfoot, that's the name. Jay-Z broke it down perfectly. Sisters and biatches. But you know what? You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna put it all. I'm like since I've been working on trying to find the best solution and the good in everything, I've been praying on just bettering myself, no matter what I've been taught. I've been praying. See what Shot said? He said he personally don't use the word under any circumstances. That's what I want to get. That's the piece I want to get in my heart. You dig? But I want y'all to watch this story, and I want to see how y'all feel about this. I want to see how y'all feel about this, man.
Her prison sentence after being found guilty of concealing her son's death decades ago. Atlanta News First, Rachel Aragon is live at 5 in DeKalb tonight. And Rachel, she will now spend 10 years in prison.
Yeah, the mother, Teresa Black, found not guilty for murdering her son earlier this week, but today she did receive the maximum sentence for concealing her son's death. We also heard in court today as well, defense attorneys saying that the mom, Teresa Black, and her son were homeless at the time and that she gave him medicine and he never woke up. Well, here's a judge and a message to Teresa Black before handing down her sentence.
First, as a mother, I cannot fathom how you could leave your child in the woods to rot. There were so many other options, and it did not have to end this way.
And this past Wednesday, again, just a few days ago, the jury coming back with a split verdict, acquitting her on 5 counts, including 2 counts of felony murder. Live in downtown Atlanta, Rachel Aragon.
Pay attention to this. She left her baby in the woods to rot. What's that considered, y'all? Everybody in here. Because I have some words in my mind that I want to say in description that I feel as though that she is, but nope, I'm covering my mouth up. I want to know how y'all feel about that. She left her baby in the woods to rat. My man Quick Vic said, wow. Quick Vic, let me ask you something though. at any point in your mind, did anything like that stinking bitch run through your mind? That fucking bum ass. Let me ask you something, Andrew. You said evil. Did you curse one time in your mind without us knowing? Hank McCoy said abandonment to child. This question goes to everybody that answered that. Sonny said that's murder. Vic said that's 10 years. Ming said 10 years for murder. Let me ask y'all something. Be real with me now. Did the word bitch, bum ass, filthy, stinking bitch ever run through your mind? Did the thought of this bitch should die? She should have been swallowed. Has anything like that ever ran through your mind? To the ladies, say yes with the hearts. To the dudes, let me see the. Can I see the dice cubes? Because I'm working on myself. Hank said, yep, he thought about it. Angie said, yes, sir, sure enough did. My man Ming said, yes, I did. Hank said, sure enough did. My man Vic said not one time the word bitch came through his mind. Yo, Vic, we need more people like you in the world. Because I said bitch like 875,000 million times multiplied by the 10th power on the 10th power of 10th, because it went down 10 times on the 10th power and it came back another time to the 10th power. That's how many times on 10th times on 10th Street. I said it 10 times on 10th Street within 10 molecules of 10 seconds of 10,000 billion times. I've said it. Please forgive me for my thoughts. Please forgive me for my thoughts, y'all. I'm working on myself. I am a work in process. Forgive me for the thoughts that she should be left in front of a train. I'm talking about them train tracks down here in the South. You know, with the ding, 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 just tied to the middle of the train like a scene from Courageous Cat, and just put right there to let that train just run over her. Forgive me, because that ran through my mind. My man Hank said the children ought to be protected, not neglected. I guess we got some people that understand me and know I am a hard act to follow. Please forgive me. For the people that's laughing, you do understand my pain. FTC, I guess you understand my pain too, beloved. Let's get back more into this woman right here. Let's check her out, though, y'all. Let's check her out. Let's check her out. Let's look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Much. Anything else? There you are. Anything else from the fence?
There you are.
Okay. Ms. Black, I empathize with the fact that you were a teenage mother in some very, very difficult circumstances. The circumstances don't in any way justify what you did. So I've been thinking about this, obviously, all last week and this week. And I want to come up with a sentence that fits the facts as it was relayed during the trial. As a mother, I cannot fathom how you could leave your child in the woods to rot. There were so many other options, and it did not have to end this way. But your choices in leaving William's body in the woods, never reporting him missing, and lying about his existence for over 20 years are not only appalling, but also resulted in the complete destruction of any evidence that could have determined what happened. And so we're all left here still with no answers. You are the only one that really knows what happened, and no one else will ever know. So, given everything that I have heard, I am going to sentence you to 10 years to serve. You will get credit for the 549 days you've already served. And I believe that sentence, I mean, it is the most I can do under the law, and I do think that it fits the horrible facts of this case. So that's the sentence, and we'll need y'all to sign off on it after it's printed out. And you're gonna have to live with this every day for the rest of your life. All right, anything else?
Just the advisement of her appeal registrar.
Oh, okay. You have a right, excuse me, to file an appeal. You have 30 days to file a motion for new trial, and how many years to file a habeas? 4 years to file a habeas. Talk to Mr. Bozarth and Mr. Welty about that, and I'll tell you, your attorneys did a really good job for you. They really did. And I can tell how much they care, and I'm sure they'll help you with any appeal if you decide that you want to go down that route. Anything else I need to put on the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right. To the family of William, I hope you all get some closure from this, albeit you don't really have all the answers. But hopefully you'll get some closure and everyone will be able to move on. So, good luck.
Did you hear what the judge said? She said, you got a good set of lawyers with you, girl. Because they brought into the fact that, number one, she was a teenager, under duress, terrified, a baby, a child herself. But there was so many other things she could have did. She could have left that baby at a church. She could have left that baby at somebody's house. She could have left that baby at the police department. She could have left that baby at the hospital. But to leave that baby in the woods to rot, incredible. Incredible. Before y'all get out of here, I was traveling, so I couldn't get this to y'all yesterday. I got something I want y'all to pay attention to. It's a great debate by two people that I respect highly. Rest in peace to the Dr. Martin Luther King. Rest in peace to Malcolm X. Let me tell you why I respect both of these men tremendously. I remember when Malcolm X was making fun of Martin Luther King, and he said, Joe, the way you handle things, Martin, I could never really be like that. He said, they bust your head open with a rock, made blood run out your head. Martin Luther King said, the person that threw that rock didn't do that. He said that was a spirit of hatred. A spirit of hatred that was planted into that man's heart. Nerd, I see you in the building. The spirit of hatred comes from not being acknowledgeable to other ways to resolve problems. We got one man that say, you put your hands on me, I'm going to kill you. You got one man that say, if you put your hands on me, I'm going to pray for you. You got one man that saying we should focus on ourselves as an individual group of human beings as far as the Black Negro race. We got to get ourselves together before we could even learn to interact with any other ethnicity, because of the fact that we don't have the mutual and the honorable respect amongst each other like we do on YouTube. I pay attention to, like, they talk about the guy Vlad and Adam. They never argue, but they laugh at us argue. The group of us that we have on YouTube that's actually entertaining and has a little talent on a conglomerate could destroy this whole motherfucking platform. I said this to y'all last year. I said, if we stop with the bullshit, we'll fuck up the algorithm of YouTube. But then we got to realize this. Some people are just not going to be able to get along, but we can be cordial to each other. Some people are not going to be on people platforms, but there's nothing wrong with going to their platform, quote to their chat, quote unquote, if they're speaking something of reality. Especially something that can help you with something you going through, or maybe a friend. I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is one of the greatest debates I've ever seen. It's about 8-9 minutes, and then I'm going to let y'all get out of here. But I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X. And I want you to pay attention to their views. I want you to pay attention to both of the excellent views of both of these men.
The white man pays Reverend Martin Luther King, subsidizes Reverend Martin Luther King, so that Reverend Martin Luther King can continue to teach the Negroes to be defenseless. That's what you mean by nonviolent. Be defenseless. Be defenseless in the face of one of the most cruel beasts that has ever taken the people into captivity. That's this American white man. And they have proved it throughout the country by the police dogs and the police clubs. 100 years ago, they used to put on a white sheet and use a bloodhound against Negroes. Today, they have taken off the white sheet and put on police uniforms. They've traded in the bloodhounds for police dogs, and they're still doing the same thing. And just as Uncle Tom, back during slavery, used to keep the Negroes from resisting the bloodhound or resisting the Ku Klux Klan by teaching them to love their enemy or pray for those who use them despitefully. Today, Martin Luther King is just a 20th century or modern Uncle Tom or a religious Uncle Tom who is doing the same thing today to keep Negroes defenseless in the face of attack that Uncle Tom did on the plantation to keep those Negroes defenseless in the face of the attack of the Klan in that day.
I don't think of love as, in this context, as emotional bosh. I don't think of it as a weak force. But I think of love as something strong and that organizes itself into powerful direct action. This is what I try to teach in the struggle in the South, that we are not engaged in a struggle that means we sit down and do nothing. That there's a great deal of difference between non-resistance to evil and non-violent resistance. Non-resistance leaves you in a state of stagnant passivity and deadening complacency, wherein non-violent resistance means that you do resist in a very strong and determined manner. And I think some of the criticisms of nonviolence, or some of the critics, fail to realize that we are talking about something very strong, and they confuse non-resistance with nonviolence.
The goal of Dr. Martin Luther King is to give Negroes a chance to sit in a segregated restaurant beside the same white man who had brutalized them for 400 years. The goal of Dr. Martin Luther King is to get Negroes to forgive the people who have brutalized them for 400 years by lulling them to sleep and making them forgetting what those whites have done to them. But the masses of black people in America today don't go for what Martin Luther King is putting down. As you said in one of your articles, it's psychologically insecure or something of that sort. I forget how you put it. But you didn't endorse what Martin Luther King was doing yourself.
I do not reject his goals of full integration and full equality rights for American citizens. Do you reject these goals?
If you don't think that he's walking on the right road, I'm quite sure you don't agree that he'll get to the right place. And if you would classify his method as psychologically unrealistic. I think that a man's method is psychologically unrealistic, which means the road or the means or the method that he's using, I think as a psychologist, you'd be very doubtful
I don't think
that he
that's
would reach the
true.
right.
If anyone has ever lived with a nonviolent movement in the South, from Montgomery on through the Freedom Rides and through the sit-in movement and the recent Birmingham movement, and see the reactions of many of the extremists and reactionaries in the white community, he wouldn't say that this movement makes, or this philosophy makes him comfortable. I think it arouses a sense of shame within him often in many instances. I think it does something to touch the conscience and establish a sense of guilt. Now, so often people respond to guilt by engaging more in the guilt-evoking act in an attempt to drown the sense of guilt. But this approach certainly doesn't make the white man feel comfortable. I think it does the other thing, conscience, and it disturbs this sense of contentment.
Nothing will they ever do. They will always talk it, but they won't practice it. And with the Supreme Court, if the NAACP can tell me that they want a desegregation decision for me 10 years ago, but yet the schools haven't been desegregated, as I say, this is a victory with no victory. It's a victory that you can talk about, but it's a victory you can't show me. So if you represent the NAACP and you're telling me about this great victory you won for me, when I look at you, I have to conclude that either you have been duped yourself or else you are trying to dupe me. And in most instances where the civil rights struggle is involved, there is no civil rights leader can point to me one concrete gain, practical gain that black people have made in the civil rights field in this country, not only during the past 10 years, but during the past 100 years.
I don't think there's any real organization to the riots. I think they grow out of the conditions that I've mentioned all along. And as long as these intolerable conditions are there, as long as the Negro finds himself living every day in a major depression, then every city will sit on a powder keg and can explode over the slightest incident. I feel that killing is a very tragic way to deal with any social problem. There is no violent solution to the problem that the Negro confronts in this country, and this is why I have constantly said that riots are socially destructive and self-defeating. After all, the Negro ends up on the losing end. We can't win a violent revolution. Most of the persons killed in riots are Negroes themselves. The persons who end up not being able to get milk for their children of Negroes because things where they have to live are destroyed. So there's no practical or moral answer in the realm of violence to the Negro's problem. But I do, on the sociological, the psychological, and the economic reason.
The problem can be solved. First, the white man and the black man have to be able to sit down at the same table. The white man has to feel free to speak his mind without hurting the feelings of that Negro. And the so-called Negro has to feel free to speak his mind without hurting the feelings of the white man. Then they can bring the issues that are under the rug out on top of the table and take an intelligent approach to get the problem solved. That's the only way that they'll ever do it. We need an action program while we are Muslims, or while we are Christians, or while we are whatever we are. We still need an action program that will eliminate these evils that are in our community. And this is what we're trying to do with the Muslim Mosque Incorporated. Do you consider yourself militant? I consider myself Malcolm.
Well, I think we have to agree that this appears to be the result of an internal conflict within the black nationalist movement. So I think the first thing that needs to be done is for a conference of goodwill to take place between black nationalist leaders. This was why I suggested a few days ago that the followers of the late Malcolm X and the followers of Elijah Muhammad should sit down at the peace table together, so to speak, and discuss this problem and try to reach some understanding. I don't think, and I'm sure, that nothing can be accomplished by violence. It only leads to new and more complex social problems. I think it is unfortunate for the black nationalist movement. I think it is unfortunate for the health of our nation.
I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Rest in peace to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Both of them had great ideologies. Martin Luther King said, damn, man, like, why we can't go to an Italian restaurant and enjoy their food without being criticized or told we can't be there? Malcolm X said, yo, why would you want to sit up with them knowing that they don't like you? That's some deep shit. And then he came back, well, hold up, we got to think about the whole reason why they don't like us. Not that they just don't like us. Why they don't like us? Did they just wake up one day and say they don't like black people? Nah. The only difference with the ideologies is why they don't like us. Think about it. Think about it. Why they don't like us? Because of something that was planted in their heart from when they were children. Because of our color and their color, it's not supposed to interact on a good motherfucking being. Anytime we see each other, we supposed to clash, not supposed to be around each other. But Malcolm X said, yo, he respect that because he felt as though we shouldn't interact anyway. That, to me, could be right and wrong. Because he said when he went to Mecca and when he went and prayed with people, it was people that were white that prayed to the same God as we do. So it has to come from within. It has to come from within. Great analogies from both sides. Great ideologies from both sides. But you know what? I'm going to let them stay with the craziness. I'm going to get back to my content over here. I already told y'all I was going to start for the new year, start breaking down these new web series like Power. And I'm going to start going into these intricately from all aspects, especially Raising Canaan. Especially Raising Canaan, the whole situation about Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, and his mother, may she rest in peace, relationship of how she showed him the game, and unfortunately how that same game was the reason why she was killed. The reason why she went from trying to survive with a group of brothers and take care of her only son, that she became so powerful, so envied, so jealous, where in real life she was killed, and he was left behind to fend for himself in the attempts on his life. I want to start breaking down the certain things that goes down in the dynamics of our households and our environments. While we growing up with PTSD, while we don't know how to communicate, that's why I just put up that debate right there between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, because I noticed that there ain't no real communication. So this is my real thing. I've told so many people, you can come up on the stage whenever you want to. We can have a communication. We can talk to each other about where we would have went wrong. We can't scream at each other. We got to talk to each other. You got to let me talk to you. I got to let you talk to me. We have to listen to each other, and we have to get to a solution. It might not be able to happen the first day, might be able to happen the second day, but anything pertaining to that controversy, y'all, I just wish you stay away from me, y'all. I wish you stay away from me, seriously, like all jokes aside, because this shit is draining. And like people said, beef and war is two different things. And just animated bullshit that's on YouTube, I'm an adult. And like I said, we all go through things. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm not going to encourage nobody's pain. I'm not going to feed into anybody's ego. And I'm not going to be the reason why somebody goes to jail or gets hurt or tries to hurt themselves. For what? Nah, that's not worth it, y'all. If that's the case, I don't need to be on YouTube. If it's not about uplifting somebody and helping somebody and joking out with some people that we build a great rapport with, it ain't about nothing with me. That's why I've always been so adamant about the trolls, because of personal reasons. Trolls start real dangerous fires. You got to pay attention to patterns. You got to pay attention to why people are angry. You got to pay attention to the root of why people are angry. And you got to learn how to stay away from quote unquote fires. I'm not walking into no house that's burning down unless it's somebody in there that I love that I'm trying to save. So if you want to sit in your house and start a motherfucking fire, I will come to the funeral and be like, he or she was mad cool. But I won't participate in it. I won't watch you destroy yourself. I'm not going to watch you destroy yourself. And I'm not going to participate in nobody destroying themselves. This is not no ping pong match. This ain't no motherfucking handball game. I'm not into all that bullshit. If it ain't about no peace and no love and some adults coming through, like I said, it's always been about a grown folks conversation over here. This is where the grown folks hang out. Grown folks don't carry themselves with quote unquote pettiness. We got to learn how to quote unquote get our motherfucking grip and a lid on our emotions and learn how to stay sucker free, man. Just learn how to stay sucker free, man. It's so fucking hard to say sucker free, but god damn it, I'm staying sucker free. Because number one, a lot of y'all, like shout out to Chase Milano, a lot of the people that be in the chat actually do know me. And then unfortunately, it's people that don't know me. And then it's, it's YouTube people that know me. And it's people that grown to know me. And it's people that I've grown to know. You don't know what to do. You just really don't know what to do. Wayne, I see you in the building. Salute. And shout out to the other big dice, too. He from the West Coast. He commented on one of my pages. He spelled his name D-Y-S-E. I think it's called Dice. I think it's Dice 80 or something like that. Yeah. That's a fact. You see what Weird said? If you got to change, you got to start in the mirror. Sucker free. This shit is weird. And you know want to hear some funny thing? I could make a reel on so many people, from China to artists to Chase to Mac Mean, to people saying, when dice get pulled into something, when dice get pulled into something, when dice get pulled into something. Dice minding his motherfucking business. I'm from Brooklyn, man. You know, we love for real. Like, if we fuck with you, we fuck with you. But then I got to think about this. This is YouTube, y'all. And that's just such a fucked up cliche. People talking about this is YouTube. This is not real. That shit is so fucked up, because more and more that I try not to believe that, it just seems like more and more by example, it's just, yes, it is, because I know people are good human beings. I know it. I met some great people on YouTube and I fuck with them. But then again, you got to watch where you go on YouTube, man. You can't go to every party. You can't go to every fucking party. You can't go to every club. You can't go to every bar. You can't go to every motherfucking get together, man. I choose to slowly but surely do it like the Dreads and like they do down here in the South. Instead of going to your juke joint every week, I build me a nice little juke joint behind my house, and I'm going to see who will come do what? Patronize my establishment. Because at least when you got your own juke joint, your own establishment, you know the rules. You know where everything is at. You know where every gun is at. You know where every bottle of Hennessy is at. You know where every bottle of gin is at. You know where every chicken sandwich is at. You know where every bag of pecans is at. You know where every roll of toilet paper is at. But see, when you go to another juke joint, you got to ask these questions. Yo, if it ain't no toilet paper in the bathroom, you got to be like, for your ladies and all that, yo, is there any more toilet paper? Hold on, let me go behind the counter. Yo, where's the peanuts? Hold on, they're right here under the bag. Here go the potato chips. Certain things you got to wait and find out. And then you'll be what? See, it's a good thing to be cautious. It's a better thing to be aware. See, some people are afraid. I ain't afraid of nothing. But it's always good to be cautious, but it's better to be aware. Because when you're aware of things, you see everything that's going on around you. You never let them know that you're aware, that you're looking right at them. It doesn't shit. Why would you let somebody know that you're aware that you're looking at them, but they're looking for you? That don't make no fucking sense. Don DeMarco. You see what Hank said? Being cautious, being scared are definitely two things. Sonny said, I'm good, dude. She said, I'm good too, as long as I got my whip. To wrap this up, like Velo said, to all the content creators, this is something we need to talk about. It's time to start flushing your crews, your families, whatever you want to call it, and start flushing your fucking chat. Don DeMarco. You see what my man Ming said? Don DeMarco. Because the energy that you have in your chat is the energy that's going to stay there. But when that energy that's in your chat starts drifting off to certain things, I'm telling y'all, let me tell you something. It's just like watching your child start drink alcohol. It's just like watching your man or your friend start sniffing coke and you don't tell them, yo, you fucking up. About to be an animal. Same thing on YouTube. There's some motherfuckers that just can't stay out of people's chats and off people's platforms in YouTube, male and female. It's just some people that just got to just be like, I want to be here. I want to be here. Hey, I want to be here. Can I talk? I would love to talk. You have so much to say on everybody's platform. You got your own platform, but you won't talk on yours. That's the part I just don't understand. And that's the shit I'm going to start watching. Because, see, that's something that I overlooked. And some things that I had to learn some lessons. I had to learn some lessons on YouTube, y'all. And then I started stirring where they come from. I've started stirring and paying attention to when certain energies changed and shifts. And I pay attention to everything. I pay attention to when the energy changes in the chat. I pay attention to when the energy changes from the platform. See, this is when, if you really pay attention to your chat, everybody, all podcast creators, pay attention to when your chat goes from peaceful or joking to now people shooting at you. Got to pay attention when it goes left. Your loyalty will get you shot. Your loyalty will have channels on your motherfucking back. I've been through it. I didn't have to fight all my life on YouTube. I really feel like I had to fight all my life, FTC. Lord knows, y'all. It's hard for a YouTube content creator on motherfucking YouTube. Lord knows it's hard for a nigga growing up in a motherfucking cyber war full of motherfucking brothers and bullies and sisters. You got to fight every night in a household of YouTube motherfucking content creators. Ain't that some shit, Drop God? Got me feeling like I'm on The Color Purple. You got to fight every night in a house full of YouTube content creators. But I guess I'm honored, man. Because there's a lot of people that tried to fight their way into the motherfucking fight and they got overlooked. I could name so many of them, y'all. I ain't even throwing no shots, y'all. Team Guardian is one of the ones they said we wasn't going to make it. I swear they kicked us out. They said, yo, these niggas ain't going to make it. They said that. And then there was so many that came before Team Guardian that didn't make it. Ain't that some shit? The ones that came, see, first of all, the ones that were super established in doing their things, salute to y'all. Y'all the veterans in this shit. We aspiring to be like y'all. 050 is the movement. I know that's where a lot of my hate came from too. It was people from the 050 that left the 050 initially. They just couldn't pop. They could not pop. You know how when you, back in the days when your mother used to get that raw corn and put it in that motherfucking skillet with that plate over it, and that shit just start popping popcorn. It's always like 3 to 7 grains that just won't pop no popcorn, no matter how much butter, no matter how much heat is on that motherfucking pan. Am I lying? I'm just happen to be one of them kernels that pop. You dig? That's the way, that's my analogy of it. Out of so many, I'm one of the kernels that popped. At least mine's didn't fucking fizzle. But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't get up here to hurt nobody's feelings. I didn't get up here to talk about nobody. I got up here to talk about things that's interesting. I got up here to talk about things that's interesting and problems we going through. If you shout out to Ask Chase Milano what he said, my favorite moments on YouTube, Team Guardian at the YouTube Awards, my homegirl Haley, and my man Quick Vic. Them was my best moments on YouTube. Team Guardian at the YouTube Awards, the first one. My homegirl Haley going through something with her man, and then a day later she came back to tell us that everything was all right. And then my man Quick Vic was going through something, and at least he got to talk and get it off his mind. Them was my best, most memorable ones ever. And then I started thinking about last year. I went and watched the YouTube Awards, the first one over. I went and watched it over because I wanted to pay attention to something. I wanted to watch the awards. Both of them shits is fire. I ain't gonna never say that, even though artists got on my nerves. Them shits is fire. Both of them shits is fire. Big Dice stamped that shit. I ain't gonna never take that stamp back. But when I watched the first one, I watched the response, the activity, how everybody got together, and how Team Guardian did their thing. Whether it was rigged or not, I guess. Even when it's rigged, you still win. Even when it's rigged, I guess you still win. Do I think it was rigged? No. I didn't even know I was going to come up in any of the categories, to tell you the truth. So shout out to Artist Morrison for that. And he put me in the good cat. He ain't put me in the sucker MC category, the clown MC category, the loudest category, the don't believe you category. He put me in categories like the rookie of the year, the best intro, most positive, most consistent, next to blow. I was honored by quote unquote those categories. So you know what? If coming into YouTube, I can have that type of impression on people when people wasn't listening to me, now I'm going to continue my motherfucking journey on YouTube with that impression because people do now listen to me. So to whatever people be doing and saying, y'all, Big Dice praying, I don't even want to hear about it. Unfortunately, I've unsubscribed to so many channels. Unfortunately, I've unsubscribed to so many channels. Because of my sports and traveling back and forth, because I'm about to decide whether I'm even going to stay on the East Coast. Thinking about taking this motherfucking Big Dice Chronicle shit to California. It's beautiful over there. Good networking with great people, because you know adults, when they get around each other and they just leisurely start talking, it's be like, oh shit, this dude got a good vibe. What you do? You know, I be on YouTube. You be on what? I be on YouTube, doo-doo head. You wouldn't believe the subscriptions I've got from the West Coast now and Oakland and all that shit now. Just being around the right people, man. Team Guardian, it's time for y'all to start rocking and rolling. FTC Vice, it's time for you to get that motherfucking page popping. Ron Buggs, King Crego, DMW Shots, Hank McCoy. It's time for you to start firing, Hank. Dog Soldier, it's time for us to start firing. I thought about something Dog Soldier told me. He said, son, I be wanting to fire sometimes, but I just be waiting for the go. We all bosses. So you know what? It's a team over here, man. See, that's where, like Dog told me, I'll be going to wars by myself. It's a team over here, y'all. I got some shooters with me too, y'all. I'm the one that don't want to shoot, but they gonna do what they gotta do, y'all. We all sit at the table as kings and queens, but we decided to say, yo, we gonna walk on some righteous shit. We don't want no problems with nobody, man. So if you see us talking to you about something or giving you some conservative criticism, take it as an acknowledgement of love. Take it as an acknowledgement of love. For real. Me personally, Big Dice minding his goddamn business. I'm going to let the shooters and everything do what they got to do. We don't want no problems, y'all. Certain people know what they're doing. They grown. Everybody I name, leaders. Getting their Ron Buggs, too. City Bama, it's time for you to get your shit popping, too, City Bama. You got a story to tell, man. Simba, you rocking, sis. Don't stop. You killing them with the shorts, but give them that input. Whatever stress you be going through, get that shit off your motherfucking heart. Since they tried to come at you with some goofy shit, give these motherfuckers the truth, sis. Let them know your motherfucking days. Let them know your motherfucking nights. Let them know your fucking journeys. I bet you that's more interesting than trying to worry about what somebody's talking about. Talk about your journey with your weight loss. Shout out to Simba. She said, I'm 133 pounds down, y'all. Slim Goody now. Slim Goody. My name Joe, her name Woody. How come we can't compliment her about that and encourage her with her goals? She's sitting up chilling doing her motherfucking thing. She ain't bothering nobody. And like she said, it's sad that a lot of the women on YouTube got to act like they tough today instead of being women. That shit, respectfully, shout out to Cheeks the Hoodologist. That's a fact. Respectfully, y'all, that's so unattractive, a vulgar woman. That's why I guess some of us men, or some of the people that may not look at me like a man because I've been known to check a woman of, how can I say the word? I don't want to say the word bitch anymore. I need a better word for bitch, y'all. Y'all got to help me for a better word for bitch. Help me, y'all. I need help. Help me for a better word, like that woman that just left her child in the woods to rot. Help me for a better word to call her. I need help. I'm being dead serious on this. I don't want to use the word bitch anymore. Shout out to my man, DMW Shots. Your Shots, help me with a better word to describe this type of female. Ain't that some shit? I think female dog is too good. My man Hank said female dog. He said female dog. Unstable creatures. That's better. I see my man Weird said roach, but unstable creatures. Shout out the baby boy and his cousin and them. Thank you, Ming, for saying that. To some of these unstable creatures. I love that word. I love that word, Ming. Shout out to my nigga Ming. Fuck that. Shout out to my nigga Ming, man. Shout out to my nigga Ming for that one, man. I like that, Ming. I like that. I like that, Ming. Like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'll give my nigga the gun for that. He been coming through holding us down. God, I liked that one. Unstable creatures, man. Baby boy. Help me, y'all. See, y'all think I be joking. I know it be sounding like I be joking sometimes. And to some of the women, I love all the women that come over here. I love y'all to death for supporting me. To the unstable creatures, I at least get you some help. Or if you at least acknowledge the fact that you're an unstable creature, when you come over here in the chat, say, yo, Big Dice, I may be known to be an unstable creature at times, but I'm coming over here to work on myself with the great women and the great men that are over here in this chat. Can y'all help me with my unstableness? And I promise you, you will be received with open arms. We will know what situations and how to say certain things, because certain things are delicate and can erupt certain confrontation. And the reason why I say this, I come from a beautiful woman that my mother done did some things, y'all, but my mother ain't never was an unstable creature that I know of. And my mother done did some things. See, I used to call my moms one of the baddest bitches ever to do it, but I'm not using that word no more. So I'm going to say my mother is one of the baddest unstable creatures. Thank you, man. For real. He said all credit goes to Baby Boy, but nope, credit has to go to Ming too. Y'all have to share that credit, because number one, I was thinking of a word that I didn't want. That's a beautiful terminology. So even though we've all seen that, you brought that over here to this chat today. So you will be rewarded with the recognition for that. Unstable creatures. Beautiful. Shout out to my man DMW Shots. If y'all did not know, he just did the annual Low Goose on a Deuce. He said he got about 500 shots. He's been editing things. If you go over there and subscribe to his channel, you can see live footage of them walking through the Low Goose from the Deuce, going through a couple of spots, some vintage clothes. I could imagine the stuff that he gonna put up for y'all. Get over there and subscribe to him. If y'all around the area, in the tri-state area, serious inquiries only, get in touch with my man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that Cash App up. Find out his arrangement and his prices and his timing and his schedules. He's doing all type of photo shots, weddings, bar mitzvahs, sweet 16s, Michael Jackson parties, whatever you're talking about. If you want some pictures, go holler at my man Shots. You dig? And he'll get you right. And he'll get you right. You see that right there? You see that right there, so you already know. I'm going to do it right now for you, baby. I'm going to do it right now for you. I'm going to do it right now. That Shots right there. That's his info right there, y'all. Oh, my fault. Yeah, it's right there, y'all. We both put it up back to back. Word up. Yeah, let's start networking and stuff like that with the positive things. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, nah. I have too many great memories with people for me to engage with bullshit. Nope. It's not me. I tell people, quote unquote, I'd rather say, nah, leave it alone, Dice. Once other people are affected, once people start, it's just not right. And my part in anything that I've done to anyone to upset them for the new year, please humbly forgive me. To anyone. You dig what I'm saying? Humbly forgive me. But I've learned to stay away from certain places. That's just like me. I'm not going to no motherfucking Chief Keef party. You know why? Because I'm 51 years old. And I ain't got no time to be worrying about getting the fuck up out of there if the motherfucker starts shooting. That's why I ain't going to no Chief Keef party. But I will go to a Anita Baker concert. I will go to a Lionel Richie concert. I don't give a fuck if y'all laugh at me. I will go to a Anita Baker concert. I will go to an Erykah Badu concert. I will go to a Jill Scott concert. I will go to a 50th hip hop reunion concert. I will go to a Slick Rick. I will go to a Public Enemy. I will go to a Rakim. I will go to a Coogee Rap. You know why? Because it's going to be a bunch of motherfuckers 51 years old and better. And niggas ain't trying to do nothing after that except get something to eat or go to a bar and go home because they kids is laughing at them because of the clothes they put on when they go to that concert. I'm not with that shit. No disrespect intended to nobody. I just don't have no time for that shit. I really don't. And it erupts of anger. That's evil. That's an evil spirit. Once you start sitting up thinking about things and saying to yourself, yo, what this nigga think he is, or nah, that shit bad, y'all. So me, I choose to tell my demons, I'm not fucking with you. See, right now, my demons ain't even talking to me because I'm not talking to them. I know this shit may sound funny what I'm saying to you. You'd be like, oh, the nigga Dice crazy. Nah. I told my demons, I'm on that shit like when, you know, one of your men say some stupid shit, he be talking to you, just walk over your son. I ain't even trying to hear that stupid shit you talking about. Because my demons be telling me to do dumb shit. And I'm not even talking it. I don't even give a fuck. When you get your mind right, then you come back and holler at me. See, that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't acknowledge their demons. They don't acknowledge their demons. I acknowledge mine. I know what each one is capable of doing. Some people act like they don't have. I know which one of mine each is capable of doing, what extreme they'll go to. But I know how to tell them I ain't fucking with them. I know how to tell my demons, yo, my peace is worth everything. My peace is worth everything. Sitting up in jail, saying, how did I blank out over YouTube? Never. Riding around in my vehicle looking for a nigga to hurt him? Never. Making phone calls to my people going, yo, check this out. If you see this nigga, do something to him. Never. That's why I give thanks, because it was a time when I would say yeah to all of them. Because it was a time when like I said, I was a little G. I really was with the shits. Robberies. So what? That's mine. Get it in blood. I didn't told y'all that. Alleged shootouts, alleged whatevers. Alleged whatevers. That's just not me no more. It's just not me no more. Before I get out of here, I'm going to tell y'all, go start watching The Incredible Hulk. I'm talking about the shit from back in the days, y'all. Go watch The Incredible Hulk. One of my favorite TV shows. The reason why it's one of my favorite TV shows is they got this man turning into some green-ass motherfucking character. You notice he comes from state to state, minding his business. First thing he's doing, he's looking for a job. He's not trying to rob nobody. He's looking for a job. He's trying to stay off the radar because to the world, he wants to be known as a dead person because of things that he's known to do or accused of doing. Whether he was invoked or provoked to do these things, David Banner is known to be dangerous. David Banner had a conversation with a detective that kept following him, Mr. McGee. One of the most favorite conversations ever. When he told him, he said, Mr. McGee, would you please leave me alone? Don't make me angry. He said, because if you make me angry, you're not going to like me. So you notice he'll be having a job, trying to do this and do that and do this and do that and do this and do that and just try to survive and stay off the radar. But because of his heart, see, they looked at him. Everybody looked at the whole fact. See, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to teach y'all something about the Incredible Hulk. I bet you near one of y'all paid attention to this part of about the Incredible Hulk. But y'all all seen the ferocious side of him when he got green and he bust through the wall and he picked people up and he threw people around. Everybody knows the Incredible Hulk for that. Busting out of the motherfucking clothes turned into a character. Everybody else knows the Incredible Hulk for because of quote unquote the things that he's done. He can no longer be in that town. It's not that he turned into a green person. It's not that he bust out of his motherfucking clothes. Dummies, doo-doo heads. They made that nigga so mad, it was so motherfucking horrific. He appeared to be a monster. But you notice after he gets busy and stops everything of evilness, you see him hitchhiking. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. But I'm going to tell you one part. Y'all ready for this before I get out of here? If y'all ready for this, let me see the dice cubes. If y'all ready for this, let me tell you the part that everybody overlooked. If y'all ready for this, ladies, let me see the hearts. Yo, fellas, let me see the dice cubes. If y'all ready to hear the part that I bet you everybody in here overlooked. And if I'm right, I want y'all to say, you're right after that, Dice. I'm going to tell you the part that everybody in the Incredible Hulk overlooked. Ming said he ready for it. Y'all ready for it? The fellas, I said I need the dice cubes. I'm going to tell y'all something. Yo, I'm going to tell y'all something. You might hit the Cash App over this one. I'm going to tell y'all something that you overlooked, dog. Yo, dog, I'm about to tell you something that everybody in here overlooked. Ming said his pants always fit. Nope. Nope. DMW Shot said he ready. Hank said he ready. Where my ladies at? I want to see some hearts. I'm going to prove to y'all it's only a few that could do this shit like me. And mean it. And mean it. The dice cubes is coming. Let me tell y'all what y'all all overlooked. That's why I say this is my favorite motherfucking show, because it kind of reminds me of the Incredible Hulk, because y'all don't never pay attention to me when I'm just up here, quote unquote, giving y'all straight content. But when that green side come out of me, y'all niggas run in here and say, oh shit, Dice is in rare form. Y'all ready for this? You ready for this, FTC? Do you know why the Incredible Hulk always got in trouble? Y'all never forgot about this one. Y'all ain't know about this one. I'm telling you about this one. Hit that fucking Cash App. That's what they say. Hit the Cash App for the bullshit. Hit the Cash App for this. You know what y'all forgot about the Incredible Hulk? He always got in fucking trouble because of his fucking heart. He knew that he was a motherfucking animal inside. He knew it. He knew he was an animal inside, but he couldn't see nobody doing wrong. You know what he always did? He minded his business when he was trying to stay off the radar, knowing of the beast that was within. Y'all ain't never thought about that. Y'all are now rocking with the fucking best. Let's go.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?